guys, information overload and attention spam, short attention spam. This is something that we are seeing it, and it's crazy right now. I do understand that the amount of information that we have out in the world right now is wow. We're having an abundance of information that we can all retrieve and utilize it. And then with everything else, our attention span has pretty much decreased to a point where people at this point of the video, they would have left, or they have left already. Who knows? Guys, I just want to come here to encourage each one of you to spend more time really truly thinking about these things, such as how come my attention span is this bad? I can no longer watch a video for more than 30 seconds. We weren't built that way. That's not how we were built. And with the information that we have in this world, as we know, there's an abundance. Like, we have so much data, so many things going on. And it is really time for you guys to start taking it back to the basic, keeping it simple. Like, we are killing ourselves. It is not good. We cannot spend time with our kids. We have to constantly go on our phone, check what's going on in the world. Is this really the life we were supposed to live? Like, is this how things are meant to be? Like I'm guilty of that as well, where I found myself having difficult, watching things that, long YouTube videos, for example. I was struggling with that because as soon as I started watching it, my brain is craving for something else. I barely finished the video, by the way. I'm just like 1-2 minutes into the video, I'm getting this feeling of next, skip it, next one, as if I'm looking for that dopamine hit. Like, where is it? I'm not getting that from this video. I need this. And this is one of the things that we all have been doing lately. We're just looking for that dopamine hit over and over again. When we're scrolling, this is not it. Next one. This is fun. Let me watch this. This is interesting. It makes us feel some type of way. I'm guilty of it. Like, this not to say that I'm perfect. I haven't been there, and it still happens sometimes where I catch myself thinking, what's the next video? Because this one is kind of boring. The video is not boring. The video is actually very educational. It's very good. It's actually talking about some interesting things, but my brain is like, I need something a bit more, slightly higher. The dopamine here is too slow. It's building up. This is not good for me. Guys, like, what happened to when we used to watch a 30 minutes video on YouTube and be happy about it? What's happening? Look, I'm coming here to encourage each one of you to really truly pay attention to that, keeping it simple and taking it back to the basics. And that is something I really truly have put my focus to, because obviously if you just say, yeah, I'm gonna be more intentional about it, you have to really mean it. You have to pay so much attention to it, to the point where you can say, I've only given this video like 30 seconds. Why do I want to skip it already? Is it a video that doesn't interest me? Why did I click in the first place? Why am I here for? Things like that, it kind of helps. But I want to go one step further and say that sometimes just being cautious, being aware of it, is really good start. Then you need to start thinking about yourself in the sense of, okay, why are you in this position? Like, why is it, how come us human beings, we lose in touch? We don't remember our email, we don't remember our password, we don't even know our PIN, we lose our keys, we don't know where we put the remote control, we get up to go and do something and we forget why we get up. Like why is this happening to you? Like, how come you're going through this? These are the things that I start asking myself and be wondering, like, ooh, this is weird. I forgot my keys again. Where did I put my keys? My car keys was here. I'm sure I put it here. Man, our brain is pretty much being fried by many other external things that we do out there, right? We are playing a role now slightly different these days. We grab our phone, this is my phone, and what we do is boom, scroll, next one, not fun enough, next one, next one. We're just scrolling, we're scrolling, and what that's doing to our brain is obviously overwhelming our brain, is taking a space that we actually use to utilize that space for other things. And we just constantly bombarding ourselves because we're looking for that dopamine hit. And it is something that is in our body. Obviously, we are constantly looking for dopamine hit because it's just the way life is and the way our body works as well. And then the question here is, okay, what are we gonna do about it? So a few things I have thought and I have been doing, besides being intentional, being aware, being mindful, and actually putting the effort into these things, is actually to reduce the number of things I'm trying to do, right? The number of things I'm consuming. Because a lot of us are actually consumer. We don't create much. We tend to consume more than what we create. So by consuming less, you're stimulating your brain less, and also you're not taking up all the space in your brain with pointless content, things that are basically just wasting time, like just taking more space in your brain. While we taking, our brain has capacity, we bombarding it with random stuff from the internet. Like that was not number one thing, like really truly reducing the amount of time we spend on social media, and only consuming things that are actually what we really want to consume. That's one thing I made, and I mentioned that in this channel quite a few times, where I'm moving away from social media because it takes a lot of space in my head. And the other thing that I think most of us should consider is we are trying to play, 10 different roles, for example. Like all of us now, it is a flex if you're a guy or a girl who does, a businesswoman or a businessman that does, all this fitness content. He also is a professional basketballer. He does so many things. Like we're trying to do so many different roles, and because it's a flex right now, isn't it? If you have like, oh, so what do you do? If you tell people, oh, I'm A, I'm B, I'm C, I'm D, then it's like, oh, you are the shit, because you're doing quite a few things. And what that is leaving us really is, because we're trying to play a role of as a businessman, we are, especially entrepreneurs, we are doing the marketing stuff for ourselves. We are creating the social media. We're making sure the social media is good and all that stuff. We're then doing all the registration for the business. We're doing basically everything because that's what we were told, right? If you're one businessman or if you have a team, no one wants to delegate anything, because if you do everything by yourself, you are seen as a strong man who has a lot of potential or whatever, And it's, as funny as it sounds, it is somehow what make us feel, busy, feel valued, because we are not just doing one thing, we are doing many things. We're playing too many roles, and then we are wondering why we don't have time for our spouse, our kids, why we don't have time for our friends, why we don't have time for our favorite TV show, why we don't have time for the things that actually bring us joy as well. And it's one of those things, we are just in a moment, in a year, in an era where it's a flex for you just to be doing 100 things, and then not wonder why we constantly depressed, constantly tired, constantly overwhelmed, because no one is doing the basics. No one person gets up and go for a walk in the morning, quiet morning. No, everyone is rushing. They're trying to do this one thing, the next thing. It is pretty sad, but it is what the majority of us are doing. We're just looking for that validation, and when we're doing 100 things, we get that. But I want to encourage you to do the opposite. Man, we're wasting our lives, man. We really are wasting our lives. Man, you're going to spend time with your kids. No wonder why some people are being left out. Like their wives are leaving them because they don't have time for their wife or their girlfriend. Like people are single, because they're so busy with their own shit. Did you guys know that union, it's like one of the most important things for human beings. We all crave that. We all want union. We want a partner that we can share and do things with. But because the world has lied to us and said, you better single so you can do all this nonsense, and really truly when you get to an age where you feel like you're about to die, then get a partner. I'm exaggerating things here a little bit, but that's for context for you to guys understand it, because we are pretty lost here. We are doing quite a bit, you know. Guys, I stopped doing too much. I was doing I was doing a lot. You know, I thought, let me open 2 different YouTube channels where I will do XYZ, start covering different things in different channels. Then I thought, let me open a business, an e-commerce business brand where I'll be selling men's product. Then I thought that's not enough. You know, I need a consultation business where I can help other business make more money. And then I thought to myself, okay, and I myself can offer, you know, a bit of what do you call it, a one-to-one consultation call with individuals. You know, there's a business side of things, there's an individual one. I thought, you know, I'll be honest, I was doing this until I just burn out, basically. It just got to a point where I couldn't take it. I dropped everything and I've had to pick one thing that I want to do, and I said I'll just do this YouTube, and that's about it. Everything else I was doing on social media, it's no longer relevant. I just want to make videos about the things I've learned, about the things I've noticed, and I just wanted to encourage people to get to that stage. It is tough, but guys, my advice is go back to simple, basic things. So boring, you know, to get up in the morning, go on a walk, to spend time meditating, praying, to go and see your family and friends, to do things with your family and friends, not just that one guy who locks himself in a room and always trying to just business. And then once the business is done, it's something else to do to help with the business. They basically haven't got time for themselves, for their loved ones. You know, for the world, they don't have time for it. And then when we have our free time, guess what we do? Hey, let me open Instagram, social media, let me bombard myself with more things I don't really care. And the argument is always the same. People make it sound like I'm saying don't use social media. I'm saying you're giving so much time to all the external stuff. Why can't you invest some time for yourself? You're giving time for all the nonsense out there, but you cannot give yourself some time. This is bonkers. Really, truly, it is. Guys, go back to the basic. Really, truly, start reducing things. Information overloading is killing us. Killing us, man. Man, it is tough out here. And then making a video this long also, you know, it is also crazy because people won't watch it. No, I'm kidding. People will watch it. All those that really care about it. But anyways, with that said, guys, look, my message for today that I feel like is killing us is time, guys. We really wasting our time. Every businessman is just like, man, you have to be business, you have to do this, you have to do that. You barely have time for yourselves, time to spend with your loved one, because we are bombarding ourselves with the external stuff. We are spending time doing things that we really think matters that much, except when we die, we'll be done. That's it. We'll be done. We'll be done out here. Guys, take care of yourselves, and I will definitely catch you on the next video. Alright, take care. Bye. Ciao.